Before we begin,
cheers to episode 2.
Oh, hey, it's good to see you again. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of See It Again Cinema, where we watch old movies to make new memories. For this special episode, it's special because it's the first one where I have a guest who selects the film, and I could think of no better person to have for my first guest than my best friend, Zach MacDonald.
Thank you, Sammy, for having me on your show. We've been friends for a good long time, and so I'm excited to be on episode 2 of your YouTube channel. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome.
Awesome.
While it's leaning up against there, then we can't drink. We have to take
I
turns.
Oh, dude. Well, you first, turns. Bro. I'll talk.
Yeah, okay. What do you remember about Snatch, the film that you selected for this film?
For
this
great
episode.
Film from a completely different era, it feels like now. It's a British heist movie. I think it's one of the movies that really it rekindled the flame for heist movies in many ways, but it had that great comedic advance of the story. You know, the MacGuffin was moved with humor in many ways.
Take the movie.
So right off the top of my head, and what a great film. And man, Jason Statham looks younger than I do.
He probably was younger.
But me then. Ask me if I would like sugar in my tea.
It's like, would you like sugar in your tea?
Nah, I'm sweet enough as I am.
Yeah, you are. So okay,
I'm pretty sure that's how Bricktop says it. Right?
I thought he said, "I'm sweet enough, love."
I'm sweet enough, love.
No, he
could have though, because
we won't try that again.
Yeah, ask me how I want my tea.
How do you want your tea?
Ask me if I want sugar in my tea.
Okay, for people who've seen the film, they're going to see how badly we whipped that.
I don't even need to say the line now. Just watch the film.
No. We're going to do it for real. Okay. Would you like sugar in your coffee?
Nah, I'm sweet enough as I am.
I love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love you too.
Shortly after this film came out, and after I'd seen it a few times, I introduced it to a friend of mine and a person he was dating at the time. And they seemed to enjoy it while we were watching it. But when the credits rolled, I turned and I said, "So what'd you think?" And my friend said, "Oh man, that movie was hilarious." And then the person he was dating said, "Oh my God, I thought it was so funny how they got those black guys to talk like they were British." And
oh man,
it took us a little while to say, you do realize that there are black people in England. But, you know, it was
a learning moment.
A learning moment for everyone. But yes, there are black people in this movie, and they are British, and they talk with a British accent. Well, without further ado, it's time to begin and watch Snatch again. We'll catch you after the credits roll. All right.
See it again, see it again. Cinema, 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 see it again, see it again. And then talk about it.
Hey, it's good to see you again. Thanks for rewatching. So, man, I don't know when the last time you saw this movie was, but what'd you think?
Great film. I think it holds up really well. It's kind of neat that 20 years is 20 years. And so you see a little bit of that age in the film, but all the underlying elements that make it a good film still exist.
I felt like the things that showed the age were kind of the digital camera look of like some of the outdoor scenes, but the editing sequence still crackles, like, and it seems really just smartly edited and really kinetic. I remember when I first got into Guy Ritchie, I was like, oh, he's kind of like a British Quentin Tarantino. But watching it now, it seems more like he borrows more from the editing techniques, the like hypercut edits of like Tony Scott, you know, the guy who did Top Gun. So, yeah, what were some scenes that when you saw them, you just basically kind of like remembered, oh yeah, this is how it goes?
One of my favorite scenes in the whole film, and I always love watching it, is when it blossoms and opens up to this chaotic experience that is coming through, and it all starts with the Pikeys setting them up, you know, for taking their $10,000 and not getting them a caravan. And then it just snowballs into something worse and worse. And unfortunately, it results in Mickey losing his mom.
Yeah.
But that also drives the plot to its darker, you know, end.
Yeah.
And it is righteous retribution, so to speak, in that regard.
Yeah, the concept of getting revenge or getting even after you've been wronged or conned is really great.
One thing I noticed this go around that, along with that storyline, is when Bricktop defines himself as being the nemesis.
I'm just, jeez. Oh, hey, doggy. What are your favorite parts of the movie?
I mean, that's definitely my favorite part, is when Gorgeous George ends up in a bare-knuckle boxing match. It lets you rent that space and that element when you're watching it, and that's why it's such a compelling story, because you're involved with things you'd never be involved with, but you feel like you're along for the ride.
Yeah.
And you're like, the buffoonery that occurs, and you're like, oh, some of that is probably part of the film.
Yeah.
You know? Part of the experience.
I have to say Brad Pitt is still remarkable, because for most of the 90s, he was just this pretty boy actor. At least that was how I felt about him, and that, you know, he was doing Legends of the Fall, Meet Joe Black kind of stuff. And then I saw Fight Club my freshman year of college, and I was like, whoa, Brad Pitt is kind of cool. But it was this movie where I was like, no, this guy is like way cooler than we ever gave him credit for. As we get close to wrapping up this episode of See It Again Cinema, the big question is, was it worth rewatching?
Oh, definitely. And you know me, I don't rewatch a lot of films.
Yeah.
But I've seen Snatch a few times, and I definitely think it's worth rewatching again and again.
Oh.
It's fun. It's a fun film.
Well, all right. Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure.
My best friend.
Thank you for having me.
And that'll do it for this episode of See It Again Cinema. Thank you for rewatching.
Yes. Like, subscribe, and watch it again.
And if you have your memories or comments about rewatching, please include those in the comments below. And we will see you next time on See It Again Cinema, where old movies make new magical memories. All right.
Seen it again, seen it again. Cinema, seen it again, see it again. Cinema.
Give it a big smile. Hey, he snatched it.
Snatched.
Oh, wait.